Hello everyone, my name is Eric Diaz. This is Marketing 110. I want to welcome you all. Thank you for taking this class. A number of you have had me in other classes, including CIS 103. So again, really look forward to having you in this class because it is a bit different than CIS 103. And I'll show you some of the curriculum right now, some of the things we'll be working on. But really the way that I like to think about it is CIS 103, we do a lot of trying out different platforms on social media. So CIS 103, you're going to be doing Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, YouTube, HubSpot, a whole bunch of different marketing platforms, social media platforms. Whereas in this class, Marketing 110, we go a lot deeper and we really go, very deep in Instagram. So Instagram is going to be the main platform that you're going to be using. There may be a little bit of other tools that you use, but for the most part, it's going to be going very heavy into that platform, learning all the different features that it has, which a lot of you guys obviously already use for on your personal profiles, but this, using it for a business, will be a little bit different. So let me talk a little bit more about the class. First of all, I'm going to share my screen. I'll tell you a bit about myself. All right. Sharing the screen. So I'll share my link for my profile as well, and you guys will get to chat with me in one of the sessions that we have coming up. So if you have any questions in particular about what I do, but yes, you can find me LinkedIn EDS33, or just Google or on LinkedIn, just search for Eric Diaz, and I should pop up. So anyway, things that I've done, and I guess what makes social media relevant to me. I'll show you a couple of the businesses that I work with. So mainly since 2008, I've run a company called Nativa, which is a multicultural marketing and advertising agency. So that company, let me move this. That company is very much focused on social media communications, any kind of digital communications that has to do with the multicultural audience. That is what Nativa's main focus is. And actually, I have the website right here. So I'm going to load this. So this is Nativa, and let me drag this closer. So this is Nativa. Some of the services, you can see what the company does: online marketing, marketing strategy, social media marketing, all of that. A lot of the companies, you might recognize some of them. Some of them are ones that you would find like at Walmart. Some of our retailers like Big Lots and Kroger, which is basically fries. Dial and Got2b are like hair products, soaps, and other ones are just other types of organizations. So we work with a lot of different industries, including some government, so like Air National Guard, CDC you see on there, but then also some other well-known brands such as Fox Food, which is a food brand. Some brands that are based in Arizona, such as ASU. Some that are across the country, like Mass Mutual. But anyway, all of them, basically, we focus on multicultural communications, helping these brands reach diverse audiences, such as Hispanic and Black consumers nationwide. Another company that was kind of a sub-company of our main platform is called OYE, and this is a social listening platform, which you guys will get a little bit of a dose of social listening in this course. So we'll talk about what that means and how that works as far as understanding what do people say online every day on their Facebooks or Instagrams or Twitters, and what can we learn from that. So these websites I'll share with you as well. But yeah, if you have any interest, you can take a look at we have a lot of free resources there. Basically everything that's popular, such as, we talked about Olympic Games, we talk about NBA playoffs, we talk about PlayStation 5 versus Xbox, we talk about smartwatches, cereal brands. So really pretty diverse, really focus on 12 industries and talk about those and provide free insights on those for our clients. So anyway, that's a little bit about what we do. Now, one thing I do like to mention as well, so if any of you guys are interested in internships, let me make this a little bigger. Internships, one of the things that I've been fortunate enough to be able to do is recommend interns from our program, because basically since I teach 2 of the social media courses, a lot of the administrators ask me for who do I recommend as far as interns. So I'm happy to give references to any of you guys that are really performing well and have that interest in doing internships. So some of the ones, let me close a few of these. Some of the folks that I've placed recently in internships from our school. So Denise, she got an internship, I believe, within Phoenix College itself. And then we've got Lyndon, who actually is a really exciting project, going to be doing TikTok with Phoenix College. So that's a great opportunity for her. She already knows TikTok really well. She has 1.5 million followers on TikTok herself. And then Zoe is also doing, and I believe this is outside of Phoenix College, but all three of these ladies were all in our class. So they all basically showed their interest in doing more with social media and getting some experience. So I recommended them based on their performance in the class. So if that's something you're interested in and you feel like you're a top student, let me know, send me a note, and I'm happy to give reference. All right, so let's look at our class. So like I mentioned, we're going to be really Instagram heavy in this course. So I'm just going to briefly look, because this changes every semester. So I don't want to get too deep in the weeds of what this semester is looking like, because it always does change. And that's something I do want to share with you, is that on our syllabus, you'll notice, and you can browse to this at any time. So if you look syllabus within the course, just you'll be able to copy this link right here, and that link will be the public link to our course. And just note, whenever I change it, whenever I update any of the points, which I do because some things do change, so I'll tell you about that. Like, I know it's going to change this semester. I'm going to update like when it was last changed. So just keep an eye on that for changes. So let's see. So the syllabus right now. So if you're looking through that syllabus, what you want to do is the main things that you want to look for here. You've got a link to the book on the second page. I put this link in the module, in module 1 with the reading. It's the same link where to buy the book, and I'll show you that in a moment. Besides that, all right, so some of the main things you want to pay attention to on the syllabus are going to be the points. So just make sure that if you know, all of our points are going to be based on 1,000. So 1,000 total points. So you know, if you want to get an A, you got to get to 900. So don't pay too much attention to what your percentage is. Know that you've got to get to 900. So if you haven't gotten to an assignment and it's 100 points, but maybe you have like an 85% already, just know that you have to get to that assignment, because it's not grading you on that full 1,000 points. Unless you see 1,000 in the denominator, your grade may not be accurate, your percentage. So I've had people that have had issues with that in the past and really thought they were getting a higher grade than they were, because they weren't grading out of a full 1,000. So just know, if you want an A, you need to get to 900, B is 800, C is 700. All right, so pretty simple. The main thing that's going to be made up of are these assignments here. And these are the ones, these will change slightly. So right now, one of the things that I want to work in for you guys, and I don't see it up here, but I'll pull it up in a second, is I want to work in a HubSpot social media certification for you guys. I just started doing this in the CIS 103 class, and I think it worked out really well. They generally, actually, I'll show you what it looks like here. Let's see. And I'm not sure which one of you guys are going to do just yet. So just be patient with that. It's going to be a certification. So it's going to be something that you can display on your LinkedIn bio, but it should be something that's related to social media. And I think there's at least 4 here. Yeah, there's 4. Now, the one that we do in CIS 103 is this one, the social media marketing one. So we're probably going to do one of these 3. So I've got to look through and decide which one's best. They all take around 4 hours to do, and then you take a test at the end. And once you pass it, then you're going to get a certification. And then actually, let me show you what that looks like. So I think Lyndon, she actually has one of these certification on her bio. So you can see she actually has social media marketing certification course from HubSpot Academy. So that's exactly what your assignment's going to be. And then you need to add this to your LinkedIn bio. So it's going to be one of your biggest point assignments for the course. So just be ready for that. Just know that it's coming, and make sure you have enough time to get that done. So that's something that's going to modify your total points. But besides that, everything else here is roughly going to stay the same. Every week you're going to have chapter tasks. So there's 8 weeks, roughly of 30 points per week. That's going to be on that. You've got a couple quizzes each week, usually just 1 or 2 quizzes, and those are 15 points each. You also have a different type of quiz, which is what they call an expert session. So this is something where you watch a video and these are all provided. They're all going to have links within Canvas, and you'll get to them. And there's going to be a number of quizzes on those. So what did you learn from that expert session? Now, one of the things, and I'll talk about a little bit more, and I'll show you, is the speaker quizzes. So one of the things that I really like to do for our students is actually have people that have real world experience share what their experience is like working in social media and doing things for either different brands or different, their own company in some cases, a lot of agencies. So every semester I have a number of speakers. It changes each semester, but usually it's around 3 or 4 speakers we'll have. And I usually have an influencer as well. And you guys probably have heard that buzzword going around, but usually I have what you call a content creator. So somebody that has a large following on usually Instagram or TikTok, and I'll have them talk to you guys and tell them about what they've learned, what it's like working with brands. And so you guys can think about, if you guys are going to be on the marketing side, what is it like to hire somebody like this? What's it like to engage one of these folks to work for your brand? How does it work? How much do you pay them? How does all that, the mechanics of that work? And the cool thing too, actually, I'll just go ahead and show you. So this is one of the ones that we did. So these all wind up on YouTube, and then you guys can join live, or you also have the option to watch it later on. But basically, they'll have a theme that we talk about. And so this one right here is with Ariella Woolridge. It was a couple semesters ago, and really good session where she talked about how she's able to basically stay true to her own content, to her own self, but also create brands and monetize her channel on Instagram. So really good information from her. And then what you guys will get is you guys have an opportunity to submit questions for extra credit from her. So you guys, if you have questions about how she does it, anything in particular about her platform, you guys are more than welcome to submit questions. And then you guys can also, you get more extra credit points, double the points actually, if you're able to join live. So you're able to join with her on the Zoom. It's going to be the same Zoom that we do each week. You'll see the links for that in the syllabus. Then you guys can actually double up your points, your extra credit points, by asking her live. And now again, it's the different speakers each semester, so it's not literally going to be her, to be somebody else. And then besides that, we also have speaker quizzes. So going back to our syllabus, we also have a number of speaker quizzes, just depending on how many speakers we have. And then again, I'm going to modify some of the point scores. So some of these will change slightly, but not a whole lot. And I just have one other example. And then a lot of brands, I like bringing on people that work with large brands as well. So Jennifer here, in the example, she worked for Accenture. So she does social media for a very large consulting company and shares her experience, what that's like to you guys as students. So anyway, really good opportunities for you guys to connect with real people that are doing it out there. Ask them questions. You guys can start building your network. Some of your points are already based on what you do on LinkedIn. So LinkedIn, you're already going to be building up your LinkedIn profile. So that's something that's really important for all of my students. So you'll also have the opportunity, if you want to, when you have a speaker, I highly encourage you guys to reach out to her on LinkedIn and say, hey, it was great having you as part of the class. We look forward to communicating, connecting with you, and then just reach out and send that connection request to them. So that's a good thing that you guys can get in the habit of. Whenever you meet somebody in a professional world, connect with them on LinkedIn. All right, let's see what else. So I'll show you Stu Kent. So if anybody hasn't downloaded the book yet, what you're going to do is when you go within the reading within week 1, module 1, you'll see it'll have a link to get to the book, and that should be pretty straightforward. Just follow it, just put in your information, submit it, and then you'll get access to the book. This is what the book looks like, and then you'll go through. You're supposed to read all the content from there, and then there is going to be there is going to be case studies that are also coming from here as well. So in the case studies, I believe are the later chapters, like chapter 13 and on. And the expert sessions can also be found here. But I think I just provided YouTube for you usually, so you only have to use this for your for the expert sessions. But yeah, that's what your book should look like. What I do like about this book is that they're always updating it. So one of the things that you guys probably know of social media is that it evolves constantly. So as soon as you publish a book in social media, it's pretty much already obsolete. So one of the things that these guys do at StuKent is they're constantly updating the book, putting new content in there and all that. So like this book is going to be different a year from now than it was last year, which is great. So you guys get the benefit of, getting to evolve with new social platforms. You also, like one of the last books that we used before this one had a chapter on Google Plus, which doesn't exist anymore. So it's like, you want to have things that are relevant. And that's one of the things that I like about this book is that it's all relevant. So anyway, that is StuKent. Let me close that out. And then just a few last things to show you guys. So the way that I recommend to go through the course is just to look at the modules. And instead of going to the assignments, I try to keep everything organized in the modules. So if you look, you're going to see all the assignments, usually by Sunday that week. Basically, you have a whole week, Sunday through Sunday, to get everything done. There's always going to be a number of discussions. So keep in mind, discussions are the only things that expire. So discussions, you have to get done by that following Sunday. If you don't, you do not have a chance to make up those points. So that's the only assignment that really has that limitation. So be mindful of that. And there's two things you have to do with discussions. You need to post your own response, and then you need to provide a response to another student. And there's word counts for all of that. I ask all of you guys to use Grammarly and make sure that you're writing well. So I have descriptions, and I have a link to a free version of Grammarly, but you guys should all be using that. Actually, I think I have it here in the syllabus. Let me look. Grammarly. Do not have it here. Let me see if I can find it quickly. If not, I will add it to the syllabus. Let's see, where would it be? Let me check here. It is not here. So let me add it. I'm going to add it to the syllabus. But basically what there's a Google Doc that's created by Phoenix College that basically allows you to get the premium version of Grammarly. And you guys are going to see that a lot of the grades that you get, there's going to be like 10 to 20%, depending on the assignment, depends on what your Grammarly score is. What's your word count? What's your Grammarly score? So when I put 500 words as a minimum, know that every time I'm going to be running that through Grammarly, it's going to produce the word count. So I'm going to know, and basically you graded on that. So if you only provide 300 words and ask for 500, well, you're going to lose points on that. And then if your word score or your Grammarly score is only like a 70, out of 100, then you're also going to lose points on that. So make sure the goal of this is for you guys to improve your writing. Now, one of the things that I love about Grammarly is some of my best students, actually most of my best students use Grammarly, and they're not native English speakers, which is really fantastic that basically people are able to use it that effectively that they can write better and get higher grammar scores than my folks that are born in the US. So I'm very happy about that. I'm a huge fan of Grammarly. So just make sure you're using that in your assignments. Let's see, I think that's about it. Yeah, that's all I wanted to cover with you guys. I'm going to stop sharing. If you guys have questions for me, please just email them to me. Email is the best way. I would say the Canvas one is the one I check the most frequently. So please send me a note there. And I look forward to seeing you guys on the Zooms. Thank you.